Have you ever found yourself regularly counting the steps you take or counting and recounting the number of items in your grocery cart? If this sounds familiar, you might be experiencing something called counting OCD, also known as arithmomania. So, what exactly is counting OCD? Well, it's a type of OCD where the urge to count becomes overwhelming. This isn't just keeping track of numbers, it's feeling the need to count in a specific way, often because you believe it will prevent something bad from happening or ease your anxiety. But here's the tricky part: instead of making you feel better, the counting often just makes the anxiety worse. Now let's talk about some of the signs of counting OCD. If you feel like you have to count certain things, like steps, breaths, or even words, something you feel driven to do to an exact number, it could be a sign. Imagine you're counting, and you lose track or don't reach the right number. If that causes a lot of anxiety, pushing you to start the whole process again, that's a sign. The last sign is when you start avoiding situations due to the urge to count. Like you take the elevator instead of the stairs because you don't want to count the steps. It's important to understand that counting OCD isn't just an annoying habit. It can interfere with daily life. But there's hope. There are treatments available that can help you take back control. One of the most effective treatments for counting OCD is CBT, specifically a method called exposure and response prevention. In ERP, you gradually expose yourself to the situations that trigger your counting, but you practice not giving in to the urge to count. Over time, this can help reduce the compulsion to count and the anxiety that comes with it. Sometimes, medication can also be part of the treatment plan, helping to manage the symptoms and make therapy more effective. If you've been nodding along and thinking, "This sounds like me," you're not alone. Counting OCD is more common than you might think, and it's something that can be managed with the right support. If you're ready to take the first step, consider booking a trial therapy session with us. We're here to help. The link is in the description.